What's going on YouTube? Welcome to another video, and today I'm doing a trade recap. I'm gonna try to keep this one short and sweet because I do want to also record another video. I'm gonna give y'all some games, so I'm gonna just give a quick trade recap today. Go over the trade I took, why I took it, my confluences behind it, my reasoning behind why I was more. Here's my whole thought process behind the whole trade. So yeah, starting off with the day. Let me just delete all this for right now. Starting off with the day, I had a very loose bias. It is Tuesday. Yesterday was a bank holiday, so the market was open, but not much volatility. So today's kind of like the first day with volatility going into the week. So I was very loose. Overnight, we did have an A plus sell model that didn't fully work. I did end up trying to swing this last night. I got stopped. I made like $40. I got break even basically. But we had this right here. 1 hour gets respected, changing the state on the 1 hour. I really wanted to see us focus on balancing deeper into this BPR. However, we didn't. We put in an SMT. We just tapped it. Inverse 1 hour ended up getting bought up pretty heavily, honestly. Let me move this out the way. So the fact that that failed led me to believe, and then we also got a strong close above this hourly, made me feel like we were going to be more bullish going into the day. And as you can see here, we are getting bought up now. I don't want to touch where we are right now just because there is no real resting liquidity that's close. I need price to print some more candles before I can have a real confident draw, because now we are in this higher time frame BPR. But yeah, so due to that, I was kind of bullish, but also I wanted to be more cautious because looking at the 4 hour, we were respecting this 4 hour volume imbalance that we had previously inversed. So I was very patient and hesitant going into the morning. I didn't know if we wanted London high or London low, which was resting right here. I noticed that we had this 15-minute imbalance right here, so this is where I ended up zooming in. I don't know what this is. I ended up zooming in on price to get a better look pre-market. I also recognized we had an SMT with ES right here. Once I seen the SMT, I saw this black candle come in. I was like, okay, let me zoom in. This is where I zoom into the 30-second. Why does my chart look like this? Okay. So yeah, zoom into the 30-second. Notice we were starting to respect bearish order flow. I wanted to see a stronger candle come through this low right here, which is exactly what we got. Now, for myself personally, my rules is usually no trades pre 9:30, and if I do, I have to take it with a lot lower size, and it also has to be an A plus setup. And this was an A plus setup. You had a higher time from imbalance, internal sweep, SMT, changing the state, paired with an inversion fair value gap. We inversed a 3-minute, inverse is 3-minute right here. So we had all that, everything that I usually look for in a trade. So I was fine with taking this. I ended up, my first position I put on at this candle close. Stop was at this high at first. My first initial target was this low right here. I did want to see London low overall, but right now, since my accounts have been in drawdown, what I have been doing is just really taking what I can get, because for me personally, the market I haven't been trading my best recently. I haven't been winning the trades I usually win, which is usually higher risk to reward. So right now I'm just kind of focusing on those smaller risk to reward trades and just trying to get in or get out where I'm confident in areas that I'm very sure the price will go. Now, London low is a high probable area, especially if we're coming out of a higher time frame imbalance. However, just based off how the markets have been going, we haven't really, anytime I try to leave runners, it hasn't been working. So this was my main TP area. I left runners to London that ended up getting stopped. I'll break that down later. But once we got this 15-second, or I was actually on 30-second. Once we got the 30-second here, I was in drawdown for a little bit then. But then once I seen we got this doji candle right here, we failed to displace higher. Ended up respecting the 15-second. That's where I scaled in, because my initial risk at first, I was in with 3 contracts. My initial risk was about $150 at this high. Once we got this doji and we ended up displacing through the 3-minute, moved my stop to this high right here, because I felt like we had no reason to come back up there, especially because we had the 1-minute change in the state. I didn't think that we formed this 1-minute imbalance right here. I didn't really feel like we had a reason to come back this high. Now, if we were to come back up here, we would maybe wick into this order block right here, but I felt like price had no reason to come higher than this. So I tightened my stop, added 4 more contracts. So now I'm in with a total of 7 contracts. I then pyramided more once price closed below this 1 minute. I added another like 5 contracts, I think. So now I'm in with a total of 13 contracts. My stop is now adjusted to this. My fill is probably like here. Stop is at this high right here. My risk is the same now because my max risk usually is about 3 to 350 per trade with these 50K accounts. But since I have been getting out of drawdown, I have been trading slightly smaller. Just with my initial entries and things like that. But once I got more confirmation, this low right here was basically a guarantee, especially after we ran this 1 minute. We also ran this 1 minute here. We did get a retracement. I don't think I ever went into drawdown though, so I want to say my fill was maybe like here. I never went into drawdown actually, but ended up, yeah, my fill or my initial risk at this point was like $200 or $300. Very comfortable with that. I want to see this low. Then my plan was to leave runners to London and these lows. Actually, no, I took off at this low. This was the low I took off at. Because I feel like if we were to hit this low, this is a strong wick that we should end up hitting as well. But yeah, that was the way I managed the trade. I pyramided in once we got these inversions. Once we got this displacement through, I moved my stop to break even. And then once my orders were hit, my fill got adjusted very tightly because I had limit buys. It adjusted my fill to like right here. So I ended up getting stopped out at break even after that. All my runners, I had 3 runners running out of my 13 contracts. Left 3 to run, they got stopped at break even, which is tragic because as you can see, price did end up going to London low, which was resting right here. Price did end up going there, or no, this is London low. I'm bugging. Price did end up going to London low, but you know, we live and we learn. That's not really much I could have done about that, honestly. I got wicked out, my fill got adjusted. At my take profit is fine, you know. It's part of the game. But yeah, we then also had this A plus buy amount here. I didn't take this, but that was my trade for today. Trying to think what else I wanted to say. I have been getting these accounts out of drawdown right now. I have 5 50K XFAs that I was down a lot on each. I was down like $1,300 on each account. Right now they're sitting at about, I think, negative 400 per account or negative 300. So hopefully we can get back into profit, you know, sometime this week. Hopefully tomorrow, if not tomorrow, the day after, so that we can actually start to get some withdrawals. Because I'll be eligible for a withdrawal this week. Just 5 green days if I continue to stay consistent. But I won't be able to take a payout because my green days have been coming from getting out of drawdown. So I do have to work on building a buffer up. But you know, the quicker we can do that, the quicker we can get a payout. It is no rush. I'm not rushing it. Planning on making this my largest payout to date, though, since this will be through 5 XFAs. I do want to withdraw a good amount from each account. Everything will be multiplied by 5. So I'm gonna still keep y'all updated with that. Like I said last week. Yeah, maybe I'll just talk about it a little bit now too. Getting out of drawdown for me, it's a very mentally, it can be very mentally taxing if you don't manage it properly, manage it correctly. I think for me, my biggest thing is just zooming out in all facets. On the charts, zooming out when you have your, looking at your life, looking at the time frame that we always set. You have to zoom out because things are going to happen when they're supposed to happen, not when you want them to. And with the markets, you can't say, oh, tomorrow I want to, you know, make this amount, because if the market doesn't give you an opportunity to, then there's no opportunity to. You have to come in every day with a clear mindset, with a blank slate, and just take whatever opportunity that comes. That's going to irritate me. Take whatever opportunity that comes, because if not, you're going to end up trying to force something. You're mentally not going to be focused on taking the best trades and being the best version of yourself, because your mind is elsewhere. So for me, really just zooming out on the chart, zooming out mentally, not trying to say, oh, I want to make 20,000 by this day. Instead, just saying I want to make 20,000 from these accounts. I can know I can do that. Whenever it happens, it will happen, and that's been my mindset with it. Just being more patient, not trying to earn a payout by this day or whatever the case may be, and really just being comfortable with taking it slow, taking a lot smaller trades. Um, excuse me. And yeah, that's been like one of the main things. Just getting out of drawdown, you have to really take it slow and treat it like a business, because you don't want to keep blowing accounts. Like, I've blown a lot of XFAs, I've blown a lot of combines, I've blown a lot of live accounts. Like, I've done all that. It's not a good feeling. So I feel like for me, once I definitely had to test the fire a lot of times to really know that it was hot, but eventually you'll come to that realization like, yo, I can't keep doing this, which I came to a while ago. So now, like, when I go about getting out of drawdown, it's a lot easier because I know that over time my model works. I know that if I take that model continuously over, an elongated period of time, that I will come out in profit. Now, granted, it might not be working, today or this week. It might be on a cold streak. However, that doesn't mean that your setup isn't working. That just means that, as a collective, you're just in a cold streak right now. Because if you look at your trades and look at, your past 100 trades, taking, A plus setups, if you're back testing it, let's say 60 out of 100 of those trades hit, you might just be in that 40 span of losses. If you get what I'm saying. Like, you can't look at, losses as a bad thing or look at drawdown as a bad thing, because it's supposed to happen. There's no trader that wins every trade. Michael Jordan doesn't make every shot he takes. Steph Curry don't make every shot he takes. Tiger Woods don't every time he swing, it ain't a hole in one. Y'all gotta understand that when it comes to life, when it comes to trading, losses are supposed to happen. That's what we grow the most from. So you're really just being patient with these accounts, being comfortable with the smaller days, just detaching from the money and just doing what I'm supposed to do, taking the right setups, and letting all of that really just come to me. That's kind of been the main thing. I would say that would be my advice as well. Just in order to pass these accounts, just taking them slow, especially if you're in drawdown, taking it slow, because weird thing about it, once you have the XFAs, like, there's no rush. You don't have a monthly fee. There's no, time frame to where you can get a payout at. It's literally, you can take 100 days if you want. Say you take 30 days trading an XFA before you get a payout, or even 60 days. Say you got 5 XFA, you take 60 days to make, 10,000 per account, which is very doable. That's still 25,000 in 2 months. That's some people's yearly salary that you can make in 2 months. If you just zoom out and slow down your process, that's all you gotta do. Just slow down, zoom out, and take your time. Be patient with it. Like, there's literally no rush. And if you have rushes externally in your life, like, I say you need the money, find another way to get it. It's 2025. There is hundreds of thousands of ways to make money without a job at that. Don't make trading your sole source of income until you really can, until you really have enough of a cushion, until you really have proven yourself. You have, money put away, just to take the stress away from it. Don't have it be your only source of income, because if you're solely relying on it, that's very mentally taxing. You're going to drown. I have been there before. It is not a good feeling when you have to rely on it. Say the markets aren't providing you your usual setups. You're going to start forcing bad trades. You're going to start taking stuff that you usually wouldn't take, just because the market isn't giving you what you usually take, and you need the money, so now you're desperate. Trading is a mental game, and you don't want to add any more internal mental battles than already come with it. And lacking money in real life is just gonna force you to do that. And my opinion on doing, like, if you don't want to work a job, say you don't want to work a job, there's still other ways to do it. You could DoorDash, sell clothes, sell shoes, sell a service. Do something. If I know trading, like as traders, we are our own bosses. We are entrepreneurs. We don't have to clock in, and a lot of traders say that they don't like the idea of having a job. That's why a lot of us start doing it. For me, I am the same way. I haven't worked a job since I was 16. I'm 20 now. I think that if that's really you, first you have to know yourself. You have to really have you have to have heart honesty. You got to be able to hustle. You have to have a mindset on where you can be disciplined, on where you know how to manage your money, especially since as entrepreneurs, your next dollar is never guaranteed. Like if I have a job, I know in 2 weeks my paycheck's coming. As a trader, as an entrepreneur, your next dollar is never guaranteed. That's all up to you. And that's an added pressure that not a lot of people can manage with. But if you can, then do it. And be disciplined with it. Be strict with yourself until you're at a point where you can solely rely on trading. You do have enough money put away to where your bills are covered for the next 6 months to a year. You don't even have to make another dollar. 2 years. That's the type of cushion that you should want to really take the stresses away from trading. That's what you should strive for. And I think that before even making trading your full-time source of income, you should have that. You should have months of money put away, months of bills, months of whatever the case may be, whatever that is to you, whether it's 10,000, 20,000, 100,000, whatever that is, have that put away before you even think about making this your full time. Because if not, it's just gonna bring stresses. It's gonna be extra pressure that you don't need, especially if you're still new to it. Especially if you haven't developed a mindset within trading to where you're not bulletproof, but you bullet resistant. I'll say until you've built a bullet resistant mindset, like don't do it, because nobody's bulletproof. Everybody's human. We have our days. Nobody's perfect, but you want to get to that point mentally, and that all contributes to getting out of drawdown as well. All this stuff ties into it. It's a lot deeper than just my account's in the red right now. It's a lot deeper than that, and I'm even still victim to sometimes having those days to where I'm only, I start to spiral and only focus on the money. That stuff's not worth it. It's not. I can tell you right now, it's not worth it, because you end up just really only making it worse for yourself in the short and long term. You don't want that. So I think I'm gonna end it right here, though. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end it right here. I'm gonna get up with y'all in the next video. I'm trying to be more consistent, trying to really pick this up, work with me. But yeah, thank y'all for the support. Thank you to the people that watch this video. Thank you to you if you like and leave a comment. Like, that's all greatly appreciated. To the people that DM me that I don't even know, like people that's DM me, reaching out, asking me questions, just giving me any type of, just anything y'all say, like that stuff really means a lot to me. I really appreciate that, and it makes me feel fulfilled just knowing that I'm able to just help any of y'all. That really means a lot to me. I appreciate y'all. And yeah, thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all learned something. I hope y'all gained something from this. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace out.